Welcome back, everybody, to the PokerUpdate.com weekly burn and turn for the week of September 20th, 2015. I'm Robbie Straczynski.
And I'm Shimmy Weiss.
And we're still wearing the same shirts.
I launder mine. I don't know about you. I really hope you take that. Yeah. Hold on a second.
We actually have 100 shirts apiece, so we have at least 100 episodes to get through before we can get new shirts.
He is lying. We have one shirt, and we're supposed to wash it regularly.
Anyway, we're going to bring you some poker entertainment for this week. The first article we're going to get into is by James Gwill, one of our great writers, a deeper look into the finalists for the 2015 Poker Hall of Fame. Interesting class of finalists that were chosen.
Absolutely. As he put it, there are definitely some who deserve to be there. Some were a little bit more questionable, and some were just place occupiers.
Okay, well, I think we could all agree that Jennifer Harmon absolutely deserves to be one of the finalists. Unquestionably, had all those poker achievements, has been playing against, esteemed competition for the highest stakes for years and years. No one's going to argue that she deserves to be a finalist. Right?
Absolutely. We'd like to see her win. Another female name on the list of the Hall of Famers.
Any woman, any man is always good to increase the membership in the Poker Hall of Fame, but for sure, Jennifer Harmon would be a great role model to have. Wow, another woman in the Poker Hall of Fame. That'd be great. Any other sure things that, should have made this finalist?
I'll be honest with you, and I really would love to talk about the fact that they have this rule. It's called the Chip Reese rule, where you're not allowed to have a nomination for someone under the age of 40.
Right, okay.
I understand why they put this in. They didn't want all. Yes,
it's because of Phil Ivey.
Everyone whispers behind their hands. It's just to keep Phil Ivey from being nominated every single year. But the thing is that there's no reason not to have people under the 40. We're not electing the president of the United States here. Okay,
there's 36. I think. I'm not sure.
But it's a little bit. I mean, we're talking about achievements here. Why would you disqualify someone whose achievements might be incredible just because they don't hit the age cutoff?
I hear you. Well, I guess it's just sort of like they call it the Chip Reese rule. It's kind of agreed upon that Chip Reese is one of the best, if not the best, poker player of all time, and he was inducted when he was 40 years old. So it's sort of like how and I think you even get the Chip Reese trophy. No, the Chip Reese trophy is for a different event. But the fact is, if Chip Reese, the greatest ever, got in at age 40, how could anyone possibly get in before that? So I think that's sort of where the idea came from. But,
I hear that. I hear that. But when you have nominees, and it's clear that you do, that are over the age of 40, which don't compare, their achievements don't compare to someone who's younger than that.
Right.
Then it's a little bit ridiculous that you don't take someone of the younger. I want to see Phil Ivey. I want to see Negreanu. I know you want to see Negreanu.
Negreanu's already in.
He's already in. All right. I clearly didn't know what I was talking about there. But I want to see the younger guys there. There's no reason to wait until you're 40 years old.
Well, you guys can let us know what you think about that. But another controversial potential finalist here is Dave Devilfish Ulliott. He unfortunately passed away this year, and it's obviously something very sad. He was very out there. He was on television a lot. Everyone knows the Devilfish. But the question is, was he shortlisted as a finalist for the Hall of Fame only because he passed away? Is this like a sympathy vote, or is he actually deserving of being inducted?
Well, there is something nice about giving the nomination, even if it is a sympathy vote. I don't think that should be taken away from someone.
Right.
I don't know if he's going to actually be able to win. I doubt he's going to win the nomination. The real question is if he's going to be nominated in
future years.
Exactly. And that'll really let us know whether this is more of a sympathy move or.
There are certain members of the media, and of course the poker media, and of course every Poker Hall of Famer gets votes, and they are the ones who decide who gets in. These are types of questions that they are going to be pondering when they're choosing who is going to be shortlisted. So definitely an interesting article. Go ahead, check it out from James. So next topic, Delaware online poker. Everyone, all three of them, love poker in Delaware.
It's very hard for me to talk about Delaware. Every time we say the word Delaware, all that pops in my head is Wayne's World, Delaware.
Delaware!
I'm in
Delaware. Right. It is the 49th smallest state in the United States.
What's the 50th?
Rhode Island, actually. Rhode Island, which
all right, I need to apologize publicly to Delaware, okay? It's nothing personal. I come from New Jersey, okay? We got to compensate a little bit, okay? We pick on the guy who's a little bit smaller. And considering 9 out of 10 citizens of the U.S. can't locate Delaware on a map, I did not make up that statistic right now. Definitely didn't. But it's they're just looking
There
to...
are not a lot of people in this state, and yes, it's great. You know, there are 3 states in which online poker is legal. You got Nevada, New Jersey, Delaware. I don't know who's in Delaware. I think Delaware. I think you sort of pass through on the way to New Jersey, and that's all
It's the 5 minutes between.
Right. There's like the bridge or whatever. Right. Not a lot of people, but it is good. I guess 11% up. So I think the same guy just spent an extra 5 minutes playing.
How
online
much did
poker.
that actually turn out? You know, it's when your total profits equal less than like a buy-in for a tournament, then you're talking about. I think we need a little bit more work. But you know, good on you, Delaware, and all your citizens that signed up.
Yes,
Yeah,
and it is good. Look, we rag on you a little bit, just in good humor. Of course, we love it when everyone's playing online poker, and you know, of all things, look, it's great, again, that the state legislature made it legal, but it just points to the issue of we need more liquidity, we need a bigger player pool. You know, hopefully Delaware will also connect with New Jersey and Nevada and have at least the 3 states together in terms of the player pool. Yeah. As more states get online poker legalized, it'll just increase the player pool. Fact is, one small state, even one big state like California, should have happened, I don't think can have a successful online poker network on its own. It really needs to be something that's a little bit bigger, open to international. But
Absolutely.
Good on you, Delaware.
Yeah.
Great job.
We love you, just deep down.
Deep down. We'll move on to the next topic now. Odd Lenore. Odd Lenore.
Odd Lenore. Why is it called Odd Lenore?
So that we have something funny to stay on camera, Shimmy. That's why. It's an odd word. It's an Odd Lenore. It's actually it's Ronaldo spelled backwards. What we're talking about is malware. Ronaldo, as you know, is the one of the biggest spokespeople now for poker stars. He was signed on. Everyone, you know, when Ronaldo, you know, they do these commercials with him, he's big promoting it. So Ronaldo spelled backwards is Odd Lenore.
They clearly did that intentionally.
Yes.
That was
I think so, at least. It makes sense. So this malware, some people, you know, with malicious intent, they went ahead and produced this malware, this virus that basically allows an attacker to get into your computer while you're playing online, take a picture of it, and send it to the attacker where they can see, okay, who are you? What are your hold cards? Kind of worries me, and you know the whole Ronaldo thing. It's only affecting at the moment, you know, accounts at PokerStars and at Full Tilt, both owned by the Amaya Corporation, not any other operator.
To be fair, though, the only way people have actually been infected with this malware is when they're downloading illegally.
Yes,
they're downloading
not the when you click on the PokerStars.
No,
link,
yeah, it's not through the specific companies. It's because they're trying to get extra software to give themselves an edge.
Right.
And through that, so the malware then attacks their computer.
Exactly.
So
Jennifer Newell, she wrote this really good article, really thorough, and she also interviewed an online poker security expert, Dr. Avi Rubin. He is a professor at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. He actually came up with an idea to improve the security. I think it's secureonlinepoker.com. You can check it out. You know, very interesting idea. You know,
separating between the computer and another device.
Right, that the cards would be set to your mobile phone. There's, I think we embedded the video in that article that Jennifer wrote. Listen, you know, I take a little bit more of an aggressive stance on this. And I wrote my own article as well on my Card Player Lifestyle Poker blog of just that. I don't know. It's the kind of thing that just scares me away from playing. And I know it's only affecting a few hundred accounts and, you know, only in Eastern Europe, but I feel like more action needs to be taken. Yes, you know, PokerStars, you know, good on them. They issued a statement that, you know, all players need to take good security actions. And ESET, you know, the online security company, they were the ones to go ahead and warn people. But, you know, I don't know. I also feel that it's a little bit more of the operator responsibility to try to do something, whether they can do or not. But they need to just come forward and talk to the players, no?
You will always have malware. You will always have viruses that are going to attack you. And you need to step up your own computer security system. And number one is not to be downloading things illegally.
That's for sure.
If you're going to be using the software, make sure you're getting it from the actual software developers.
Correct.
And while I'm not promoting the use of that software, software. I think someone who's trying to download it illegally, if they get malware, that's honestly it's
on them.
It's on them.
It's true.
You got to be more careful. That's not the way to be downloading
You
content.
got a good point. So the sky is certainly not falling. I don't think that PokerStars is going to crash anytime soon, and everyone's going to go ahead and leave. But some people may be scared away. I think the overriding message of this Odd Lenore malware episode, though, is just be careful. Whether you're the operator, whether you're the online poker player, keep your wits about you. Do the right thing. Download it from a reputable source. And again, if you're the operator as well, communicate as best as you can with your players to let them know everything's fine. Everything's all under control.
Personally, I don't think it would affect my game very much. I could be playing with my cards face up anyways all this.
He does.
The truth, my game is all about messing over the other player on the river. So, it's
So we have to get him off before the river. That's you throw him off before the river. One more topic we're going to talk about is another article by, I think it was James Gwill. 5 reality TV poker ideas. I think this was really interesting. Right? Don't you think
it was? A lot of the ideas I think might fall more under documentary theme.
Oh, not exactly reality. Okay.
He had one suggestion which I really loved, where he was talking about taking players, amateur players, and making them into giving them the tools to become professional players.
Right.
And you know what? I would actually love to see a reality show like that. Grab 20 people off the street, give them a bankroll, something small, give them something like $10,000 to work with, and then start moving in between casinos and have them that's the money they got to work with. They got to be smart about the games they're playing. They got to be smart about the rooms they're staying in. You need to know about your accommodations. All that's coming from your bankroll as well.
Right.
As well as travel expenses, and that way we could actually see, a normal person, how he tries to build his bankroll. We could see them move from games to games, and same idea that they had in the article. You could have professionals giving them guidelines, telling them, when they should be upping the stakes, when the types
like
of
a
games.
coach, in a way.
Absolutely, everyone should have their own personal coach. They could even be working hand in hand. It could be, you have reality shows where you get someone professional that's basically on your team.
Yeah,
almost.
I think he compared it to WWE's Tough Enough, where you have like one of the superstars mentoring the up and coming superstar. I think James's suggestion to call this was "Do You Have Heart?" which is a nice poker themed title. Very nice idea.
I see what he did there.
Yeah. There was another idea that he put there, which actually has happened. He called it Behind the Felt, which is sort of like interviewing industry personalities and seeing what goes on. You guys need to know, Poker Central, the poker channel that's going to be going live 24/7, they already have a show in development like that called The Inside Deal with Matt Savage. Great idea. Obviously, great minds are thinking alike. Way to go, James, on that suggestion. But, just general, like really good ideas here. You have one time, right? That was another good suggestion that James came up with of like, let's say, you remember so-and-so who was, I don't know, I can't think of a name, but someone who was on ESPN a lot and everyone's heard of this guy, but they haven't been heard from lately. They haven't had too much success. Maybe going back on the comeback trail. One time, can they make it back to poker prominence?
That'd be interesting.
Very interesting idea.
Let's get a Survivor type poker theme, put them all on an island with a deck of cards. No, that's not going to work.
Well, I think Jean-Robert Belland was actually on Survivor. I think Daniel Negreanu always wanted to be on Survivor. That could be also another interesting reality themed show. But one reality show that is happening as you speak, this one right here on the PokerUpdate.com YouTube channel. That's our show for today, the Weekly Burn and Turn. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks to everyone. The audience is growing. It's great to get your feedback. Also, look for us on the PokerUpdate.com on Facebook. Look for us on Twitter @PokerUpdate and press @PokerUpdate.com. Happy to hear your feedback. What type of topics you want to hear us talking about, writing about on the site. And that's pretty much it.
We'll see you next week.
And we'll see you with these same shirts.